Hey there, music lovers. Today we're talking syllabus. Trying to get through this in 5 minutes. Can't get caught up on anything. Click on syllabus. You'll see PDF. Open it up. A little window opens up with all these things. If you ever want to download something, you can look down. I'd have to scroll down here, and you can download any of these documents like study guides. A lot of times you can do it up here as well. Every professor is supposed to put this on their course for you to see, so it will be a familiar sight if they all do what they're supposed to. As I told you before, we're talking about the soul of the American slave. Out of from those amazing folks, we get spirituals, which turns by 1900 turns into blues, which turns into jazz, which is combined then with Latin and becomes country music. The white folks out in the country take the blues and make country music. The urban folks in the inner cities, black and white both, will combine to make these blues styles in different cities, and before you know it, it's up and running. So that's what it's about, man. This is a great course. The subject matter is fantastic. Best college course on campus in the world, in the universe. Got to go to Mars to find something better. What do you need to buy? There's no book. There's no reading. There's study guides, and there's reading. There's watching video, and there's taking notes, trying to fill in the study guide. And the study guides are intensive, and yes, it's start and stop, I know. I don't know what to tell you. You know, welcome to college. People are like, man, I just want to enjoy them and watch them, and maybe you got to fill in the study guide. If you do, I guarantee you a good grade on your quiz. Two things to either buy or stream. All right, Sound Breaking is a series produced by George Martin. Sonic Highways, a series produced by Dave Grohl. Sound Breaking, 10 hours. And 8 hours on Sonic Highways. Also some series on Netflix. So we watched the hip-hop series. You got to watch something on Netflix. Don't email, it's not on YouTube. I know it's not on YouTube. Copyright law prohibits me from putting any of this stuff on our website. And it's not up on YouTube. Maybe you can find it on the World Wide Web somewhere. Good for you. Find it for free. The very first one is on Dropbox, and the history of jazz is on Dropbox. You have to watch, or you have to download Dropbox for it to work. If you email me and say it stopped after 10 minutes, I'm going to tell you to watch this video because you did not download Dropbox, and you'll only see 10 minutes if you haven't downloaded it. And access to YouTube, which the whole world gets their music and videos from. So, makes sense. If there's student support services, anybody who needs extra testing time, any kind of learning disabilities, any kind of disability, you got to go through the proper channels, and they let me know. You can't say, hey, I need more testing time because da-da-da-da-da. Doesn't work that way. Go to our folks here on campus, student support services, and they will officially contact me, and then that's the only way you get extra time on tests. So take care of that. Click here, minimum, read this. It's if you have a good computer, it works. This is great for your phone. That's why we like it so much, because you can buy you probably be able to do this on your phone. I don't know the limitations of it. We're still in those testing phases. Viewing of how are we going to learn here? Viewing of videos, filling out a lecture guide, and then there's discussion board assignments. You get 2 times to take a quiz. 2 times. There's times to take them. And then you can go take them once, go view it, see what you got wrong. And it's set that you'll have to look up the wrong answers. I don't give you the right answers. You got to look them up, and that'll help you get 100 for the second time. Your quiz grade should be 100, because or darn close to it, at least a 95. I've had students get out of here. I think the highest average was a 98% after all said and done. That's almost 100 on everything. So that's quite amazing. I'm just probably, I don't know, 10, 15 people have done that in the course of 10 years. So I think it's an easy course, but it does take some work. I'll let you read course compass, what I'm trying to do here. Course outline, no book, no reading. I went over a whole lot of this. The due dates are on a weekly basis. A few words about this. It starts on a Monday at 12 midnight and it ends Sunday night at midnight. You have 7 days to get work done. The quizzes can be made up, but the discussion boards cannot be made up. There are due dates. There's a Thursday due date for discussion board main post, and then 3 responses by Sunday midnight. If you don't get the Thursday deadline, well, do it at some point. It's late, and I'll knock off a few points for Friday, more points Saturday, more points Sunday, but get it done during the week. It's important. It's 30% of your grade on the discussion board. If you don't get it done, then each discussion board is like 3% of your discussion board grade. So you'll see these percentages throughout the course as well. Video lectures, you watch a video, you fill out the study guide, you take a quiz. Here are all the things we're watching, almost in the order that we're doing it. There is some foul language in the Hip Hop Evolution in the last week of our class. And they're rap artists, and nothing that you haven't heard if you watch something like the VMAs or any current movie that's out in the movie theater and or on Netflix. You know, geez, we've got cursing all over the place. Not so 20, 30 years ago. It just wasn't as prominent as it is now. Where to get these, where to buy, I got links for them, where to buy them or where to stream them. $1.99 to stream each episode. Like I said, you could get all this stuff for $27 on Amazon. So look around and get it cheaper. 30% of your grade for discussion boards. I kind of got this, kind of just told you this. 4 posts a week, 1 main post, 3 responses. Course grading, important. You need to know this. 50, 30, 10, and 10. Midterm 10%, final exam 10%. Important. It's important that you study for a little bit of the midterm. If you did really well on all your study guides, you should do really well on the midterm. Let's say units 1 through 7, and you get to the midterm. Review the quizzes a little bit. Look at your study guides. You can take the midterm with your study guides. I don't care, but you have to remember there's a time limit. And if you're going to try to find each answer, 50 questions, 65 minutes, probably not going to have the time to finish it, and it'll automatically cut you off. If you're online, if you miss 4 weeks, I can drop you. If you're face-to-face and you miss 25% of our class meetings, you can legally be dropped. I try to contact people before I do that. I'll let you read the rest of this. I'm at 8 minutes. I need to go. Like I said before, contact the people who need be if you need extra time on tests, have any kind of disability. Title IX and all that. There's the syllabus. Thank you very much. Email me any questions.